Conflict occurs when people or individuals do not get what they want and they are seeking their own self-interest. Conflicts can occur in homes, at workplace, at institutions. How do you manage and resolve conflicts? This is our focus today on Triple F. My name is Peace Isaac Yerokun. Please stay. As we go on a short break, we'll return. We'll be discussing with our guest, telling you how to resolve conflicts. My guest today is Mrs. Sophia Orji. She is the Lagos State Coordinator, Institute of Conflict Management and Negotiation Analyst. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you for availing us of your time, being here at this early hour.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we experience or we see conflicts among siblings, conflicts in institutions, conflicts among government and labor leaders, conflicts at workplace. Now, what is conflict and what gives rise to conflicts?
Thank you. Conflicts is a clash among individual or group of people as a result of different opinion, perception, different in communication. Conflict generally is opposition to values, personal interest, and the rest of them. And the world is a global village, so we interact every day, and we bring in our different personalities. Now this is where conflict arises. In our differences, that is where the conflict starts from.
Now, conflict is a natural phenomenon.
Yes, it's part of life. It's a part of the earlier we understand conflict as a part of life, better. They will have a better understanding of how do we live with it.
Okay. Now, if conflict is natural with man, it means that it can really be resolved, right? We just manage it.
We cannot really eliminate conflict from existence, from human race, but we can manage it. Just like I was sharing earlier on with a colleague, I said just like COVID has come to stay, everybody now knows COVID has come to stay. Now we are managing it. That is how conflict is. It has come to stay. It's a part of our race. It's a part of humanity. Just for us now to manage it. How do we manage it? Minimizing the negatives to the minimum and making the best use of the positive of conflict.
Is it important, or do you have to manage or resolve or try to resolve conflict with violence?
No. Now that's the reason why there's an institute for it, to train, to educate and orient people. Because most times when there's conflict, the first thing anybody wants to think of is violence, negative words and the rest of it. No, it's not supposed to be so. That's the reason why we need to educate the people. That because I have a different view or a different opinion, you mustn't see me as an enemy. No. Everybody is entitled to his own opinion. Even if I don't agree with you, it mustn't mean we should become enemies or fight. No. There's a way we can go around this thing, and at the same time we'll still be happy.
Now, how do you interpret the conflicts that labor organizations are always having with the government? Now, taking the universities as a case study here, okay, always going on strike, okay? Are there ways of managing these things?
The labor will always represent labor. The government will always represent the government interest. So the same thing keeps happening. There's no neutral party involved.
You think that will help?
Yes, it will. Because if there's a neutral party to mediate, it will help. Because now the things that the labor, maybe the representative not seeing from the government point of view.
And a neutral person.
Yeah, neutral person may see it, yes. Do you understand it? Yeah. So the neutral person will be able to balance the differences. And okay, with this and this is what we can come up with for solution. But if it's just, for example, both of us have different interests, and from time to time we still come together, I still maintain my stand, and you maintain your stand. We still just like doing the same thing all over, It's not resolved because I still stand by what I say, and you will stand by what you say, and I'm not shifting ground for you because I'll be looking at you as you want to take advantage of me, and you will say, okay, they think they know we are in power and we can do what it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. So, but when there's a neutral person, the person will listen to both sides. I say, oh, okay, this is where they're getting it wrong. Because as long as we keep coming together doing the same thing, we won't be able to identify the problem. We won't identify the problem.
I think that's what I haven't seen.
Yes.
I haven't seen that in the government or trying to resolve conflicts between them and the labor, or the medical practitioners trying to resolve conflicts with the government. That's an aspect I haven't seen. That's involving a third party.
Yes.
Maybe, just maybe, that's what the government needs to do, or people need to do. Is this the same method you apply in resolving all kinds of conflicts in institutions or even conflicts in homes?
No, they're different methods. And conflict, both the marital conflict, political conflict, corporate conflict, the one of the corporate organization, there are different methods. Like I said, there are 5 major methods. We have the avoiding, the competing, the accommodating, the collaboration, and the last one mentioned is compromising. Now, for corporate organizations, most times it has to do with values, conflict of values. Organizations. For example, this is the target, this is the goal, and this is how I think I should go about it. For example, a younger colleague may have a better idea and a better approach of getting to that goal, but because I'm a superior, I will think maybe she wants to come and take my job, maybe she wants to just come and overshadow me, and the next thing you see, conflict, this conflict. And in such a case, it's not left for the management. That's why training is very important. Management to invite those who are involved in the conflict. Let them understand it's not about you, it's about the organization. Now collaboration comes in. This is where collaboration comes in. The glory doesn't go to any of you. The company is doing well, it's the company that still knows. So it's not about you now, it's not about me. It's about the organization. Now, we need to collaborate. Whatever you think you can offer that is better, bring it.
Now, in homes, you see, especially in our times, you see a lot of the divorce rate is really high. And I do think it's because the conflicts between the couples are not managed and are not resolved. What is the best way? How do we step down on the
the marital stream of conflict? That one is a whole. In fact, it's taking a very heavy toll now because the divorce rate is very high, just because. Do I use the word, first and foremost, ignorance? Ignorance is, what is the disease or what is it called? If our people only can be, okay, let's check, like, take your time, your mind back, flash back to like 40, 50 years ago. Is there anything like divorce rate then? Our grandparents, they stayed in marriage and they didn't marry because of love. Now, in those days, they will tell you, once you are married, no coming back. Whatever it is, you manage. Whatever you see there, there's no coming back. But now with this civilization and changes and trend, they believe feminism, you can be independent, you can do this, you can be married at the same time, be the head as a woman. Different conflict, different interest. Just the problem is, if we check the method our fathers and grandparents used in those days, it's accommodating. It's a technique. That whatever kind of wife, you don't even have the right to select your wife. They bring the wife for you. You accommodate her with her baggages, with her attitude, whatever you accommodate. But now we don't want to accommodate. We can't tolerate. We can't seem to, if only we can tolerate each other, there will be no cause for divorce.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Orji, for educating us. I mean, these are, for me, what you have said, they are very simple methods. Yeah. Accommodate me, and I'll accommodate you. And that way, no problems. Compromise. compromise, bring in a third party. We can only apply all of these methods in resolving our conflicts, whether between government and the labor or other organizations, between couples and even institutions. Then, the conflicts, the high rates of conflicting interests will be reduced. Thank you so much, madam, for being part of our show.
Thank you, you're welcome.
I would like to say thank you for being part of today's show. My name is Peace Isaac Yerokun. Please follow us on our social media platforms, Facts, Face, and Forum. We'll be here again next week. We do hope you find it very interesting. We're able to entertain, educate, and inform you. I do also hope that you have learned the appropriate approach to resolving any conflict that you find yourself into. I remain yours, Peace Isaac Yerokun. I'll be here again next week. Bye for now.